Welcome to Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Guys, let's dive in, not waste your guys' time. Here at the comparison video between the 2025 Tacoma and the 2025 4Runner. The refreshed look. Just don't forget to like and subscribe. So we actually enjoy the fact that Toyota did change up their Tacoma look and their 4Runner look, especially the 4Runner. And I know this is not like a direct comparison, but we just want to talk about mainly some similarities that we see on both of these vehicles. And starting with the Tacoma, the front end. Now, if you're not a really car person, if you walked by these two, you probably would think they're almost exactly the same, because the headlight looks exactly the same with the LED projector headlights, the hazards on, the blacked housing. But what you get different is this bezeling cut here on the Tacoma, as well as you're going to see that change here on the 4Runner. But over to the grille, we get about almost the same shape. You just got a slightly bigger upper grille on the Tacoma, and down here, slightly different size. But again, the setup or the design is pretty much the same, with the LED fog lights going on the horizontal plane. If we come over to the 4Runner, let's show you. This is the refreshed 4Runner. We've been waiting for this for a long time. The headlight, pretty much exactly the same. You got that cut here, slightly different, and no bezel area right here, right? But again, remember that upper grille. I was telling you guys, the Tacoma has a bigger upper grille. This on the 4Runner is on the vertical plane, it is a bit shorter, looks a bit more sleek, and dropping down, again, same setup or same display, but a slightly different size and shape. Hoods, probably the same exact hoods, honestly, I have to say. If not, yeah, they're probably literally the same part numbers or whatever. The only difference, yes, these topographic map stickers do come added on options, but the TRD Sport, these are both TRD Sport trims. The hood scoops are in the exact same location. So a lot of similarities on both of these vehicles. Now, let's shoot over to the powertrains. Let's talk powertrains, exact same powertrain. So pretty much the 4Runner is just a Tacoma SUV. Right, powertrains, you get the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, which they call it the iForce engine, paired together with the 8-speed automatic transmission. That's one option. You're getting 278 horsepower with 317 pounds-feet of torque on that exact setup. 8-speed automatic transmission. But if you wanted to give more oomph to your step, you got the iForce Max, which is the hybrid, with the 8-speed automatic transmission, pushing 326 horsepower with 465 pounds-feet of torque. Now, your MPG numbers are going to change on both vehicles. So the MPG numbers on this TRD Sport for the Tacoma is coming in at 19 city with a 23 highway. TRD Sport on the 4Runner with the same exact powertrain at 2.4 liter in both, no hybrids in this video. You're getting 19 city, so same city, but you're getting 25 highway on the 4Runner. Okay, if we come over to the side, can you guys already see the similarities? Look at the wheel well trimmed with the air vents. Okay, over to the fenders. If not, the fender might be the same exact part number. Literally, that's pretty interesting. And then we come over to the wheel area. The wheels are going to be different. Why do I say that? Because the 4Runner in this video comes with the $10,000 upgrade option, which is a upgraded leveling kit, tires, and the rims. Suspension system, shock spring strut suspensions on both. And then on the Tacoma, you're getting some Michelin 265, 65, 18s, Primacy LTXs on this Tacoma. On the upgraded ones, you're running the Falcon Wild Peaks all-terrains. Over to the side of the vehicles, side mirrors pretty much look exactly the same, but you just don't have the blinker on the Tacoma in the TRD Sport. Coming over to the doors, I have to say, guys, again, it is funny. I have to say, Toyota did a great job, but the front doors, I think they're pretty much exactly the same. Look at that. Same cuts, same sizes, all right? They start and finish the same area. Great, but where you're going to see the difference is the back doors. Handles, exactly the same with the Smart Access keyless fob entry. And again, this is where it starts to change up because of the rear, right? You got the back door here on the Tacoma, and then you got the bulky, beautiful new rear door on the 4Runner. I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite style 4Runners. And then we come over to the quarter panel. Of course, you got the bed, wide body bed, and then kind of the wide body quarter panel on the 4Runners. TRD Sport stamped here on the 4Runner. Up top, the new glass. This is going to be completely different, right? If we come over to the rear end, now the rear end's, again, completely different, right? Your Tacomas are going to have the beds, SUV have the cargo interior. The back glass here on the Tacoma TRD Sport doesn't have an electric glass, but here on the 4Runner, you get the back glass. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about some ground clearance. The new 4Runners have an 8.1 to 10.1 ground clearance in inches, depending on your trim. And then the Tacomas have 9 to 9.6 inches of ground clearance on the new Tacomas. Towing capacity, 6,800 pounds on the Tacomas, towing capacity max. And then we get 6,000 pounds new on the 4Runner. That's 1,000 extra pounds from the prior model. Again, we got the tailgate here. As you guys can see, it's completely different with the spray-on bed liner. That's an added-on option. You got the movable tie-down rails with the hooks there. All right, we come over to the trailer system here, as well as your backup camera in your handle and your trailer trailering. You do have a spare tire under the truck. Come over to the 4Runner. We got the tailgate, spoiler up top, brake light. This glass goes up and down. Then we have the new trim with the Toyota engraved in it. Unlock lock button. 4Runner going across. Bumper facing the bumper sensors, high gloss. This is your trailer system with the spare tire under. Let's go ahead and show you a quick look on the cargo. Now you got the 2-row option here on the 4Runner, but you have an option of a 3-row, okay? Now, cargo, 48 cubic feet of space with the second row seat up, 90 cubic feet of space with the second row seat down. On the right-hand side, we got an inverter here with some true light LED lighting. And those seats, I'm going to show you guys when I'm on the second row, that they actually fold up. They actually get rid of the old design. Now that we're done talking about the similarities outside and the powertrain, let's go ahead and talk the inside. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. So I don't know if I'm sitting inside the Tacoma or if I'm sitting inside the 4Runner, honestly. But the truth is, yes, I'm sitting inside the Tacoma, and pretty much the only reason I can tell is right here and the back bench, all right, or the cab change up. Why do I say that? Because literally the seats pretty much look exactly the same with the manual controls. They come heated seating. In front, we got the lockable glove compartment. So this design on this dashboard is completely the same. Gosh, we got the 14-inch upgraded screen. You can get this in the 4Runner. Also, you got a USB-C plug-in on the side. Coming over to the air vents. Again, control units for the air vents. The exact same look, all right? So I have to say Toyota's pretty smart at cutting costs. The vents, as well as the hard buttons, the phone pad here, USB-C plugins, and a 12-volt outlet, shift lever, parking brake button, auto hold, 4-wheel drive system, and your drive mode rotary knob. Cup holders and your center console. Over to the cluster itself. Same exact cluster with the full digital screen. You can actually go through those info cards in the center of those gauges there. As well, if we fall back with the camera a little bit and the leather wrap steering and get a load, it's pretty much exact same steering wheel with the same buttons. You control your cruise control on the right with your mode for your radio on the left-hand side, your phone control, voice control, media button. Lever there for your windshield wipers, lever here for your lighting on the left-hand side of that board. The buttons there, again, kind of change up a little bit depending on which one you have, Tacoma or 4Runner, but this is what the buttons look like. And over to the door panel. Pretty much same design on the door panel again. All right, we're going to show you guys that in a little bit. Let's go ahead now, jump inside the second row seating, and then jump inside the 4Runner. Now, the second row seating in the Tacoma, to put things into perspective for you guys, I'm about 6 feet 2 inches tall. Leg clearance is there. Head clearance is there. But it is a little bit claustrophobic inside this Tacoma. If I go ahead and lift this seat for your personal cubby room, this goes all the way under. You got the 40% on the passenger side, 60% on the driver. One pocket here on the back of the passenger seat, okay? Got 2 USB-C plugins on the back of that vent with some cup holders. Now, we're done with the back side of the Tacoma. Let's show you guys the 4Runner and what I'm talking about and how similar they look. Now, sitting inside the 4Runner, believe it or not, get a load of what I was talking to you guys about. The seats, the colors, the setup, the controls. Over to the dashboard. Yeah, they don't have 4Runner. Tacoma had Tacoma here, but the the 4Runner is not here. And then you got the same lockable glove compartment, same design for the dashboard. The only thing you change is that screen. This is a smaller screen for the infotainment screen. And then the controls to your temperature. Wireless charging pad, USB-C plugins, 12-volt outlet. You get the same exact center console area, and all the buttons are the same. Crazy, right? Cup holders and center console. Over to the cluster. We're not going to waste too much of your guys' time, but if we come over to the cluster real quick. Cluster itself, we go back and you get the same exact cluster, same idea going through the switches, as well as the steering wheel. Same design on the steering wheel with the controls and the buttons, same levers here on the right, here on the left. Over to the left-hand side, remember I was telling you guys the buttons set up on the 4Runner. Now look at the 4Runner door panel, right? Can you guys see it? Because I can. Then we come over to the top, no glass up top here, all right? So the 4Runner and Tacoma don't get the glass in TRD Sports, but the higher trims will get the glass. Now let's shoot over to the second row seating. But before we do, wanted to mention to you guys, if you guys find yourselves buying a front dash cam and you guys need a good dash cam, check out our channel at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu for the FitCam X Red Tiger and also the Wolfbox front dash cams. Save you guys some money using our coupon code in the description below. Now let's start doing second row seating. Now the second row seating inside the 4Runner. And remember the old design, of course, where you have to actually prop up the butt rest and then you drop down the backrest. Well, not here. The new design is lift this lever here, and this is what it looks like with the new 4Runners, okay? I kind of like the old design better because I feel like you just maximize your space up to that backrest when it's coming far up more. But again, that's personal preference and you didn't have those. But let's go ahead and back up. You can have different angles on the backrest, armrest here, cup holders, and in front we get one extra pocket on the TRD Sport 4Runner, air vents, USB-C plugins, and the 12-volt outlet. You don't have the cup holders here like the Tacoma. As well as that back glass, remember I told you guys about that? You're gonna have an extra button, and that's gonna be up on top near the rear view mirror, okay? That's gonna be slightly different, but again, I'm sure you viewers are very smart and you guys would have been able to tell that. Now guys, here's the MSRP sticker first to the Tacoma, all right? And now the MSRP sticker to the 4Runner. Hopefully this helps you guys out a lot. You guys can see what comes with the cars exactly because there's so much to mention on these vehicles. If you guys found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Check out our other videos at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. God bless you.